There's our first eastern hog. Wow, he is super dramatic. All right, well, we're not going to spend too much time with this guy since he is really prone to play dead apparently, but and he's back. Good morning, everyone. We are back in the land of sand in search of snakes. It's a super cool day today. We've actually got a hurricane coming in tomorrow or the next day, so a lot of weird atmospheric stuff going on, but it's nice and cool today, so we're going to do some road cruising. Really want to see a pine snake or a diamondback today, but I expect we'll probably see some hognoses at the very least, so I'm going to get to driving and we'll see what we can turn up. Well, that's a weird way to find our first hognose of the day. Just about to like kind of come out onto the pavement, but it's a nice adult southern. Very cool. All right, well, that's a good way to start the day. We're just going to take some photos of this guy and I guess move him over there. He's just kind of going straight up the road, which is weird, but we did see a track that looked like it could have been a little pine snake, but other than that, this is our first find. Oh, he's getting a little bit grouchy. Yeah. But we're just going to get him to safety and we're going to keep on cruising. Good way to start the day. And a few minutes later, there is number 2. You see this guy's track coming all the way across the road and then starting up the embankment. Number 2 in the last 5 minutes. They're definitely moving, so we're going to try to keep moving and connect with as many as we can. And there's number 3. That one's pretty. Here's the squiggle. So right in front of the car where we stopped for that last one, there's another one. So that's a double stop. All right, we're just gonna make sure these 2 little guys get off the road and keep cruising. That's 4 Simus already though, so we're on pace for a banner day. All right, little dudes, good luck out there. We're gonna get back to it. Nope. Oh, it is an eastern.
That's an eastern?
Yep, an eastern hog. Very nice. Well, there's our first eastern hog. Wow, he is super dramatic. All right, well, we're not going to spend too much time with this guy since he is really prone to play dead apparently, but and he's back. All right, very nice. So one of the things about eastern hogs is they hatch out, I think, quite a bit earlier than Simus, it seems. You normally see them being posted super early in the summer, like late July. And the Simus, it seems, come out a little bit later. So this guy is probably a couple of months old at this point and appears to have not had a meal yet. So he's probably out looking for food, so we're going to let him keep up his business and hopefully he can get a meal before winter. And here's another Simus. That one's really red. Look at that. All right, dude, out of the road. That is Simus number 5 and hognose number 6 for the day. He's having a hard time getting up this hill. All right, well, we stopped for this track and sure enough, Alex spotted this guy just starting to crawl up the embankment. That is a pretty good looking adult. Nice contrast. Good looking snake. And I do believe that's number 7. I'll have to double check, but we are absolutely racking them up today. Fantastic. Look at that tongue flicking. That's kind of odd. We don't see him doing that too much. Very nice. Man, there's got to be a pine snake out right now. That's what I keep thinking, but just hognose after hognose right now. All right, we're going to help him get up this cliff that he was trying to climb. And we're gonna get back on the road. Beautiful. Get out of here, dude. All right, we're gonna keep driving. Good morning, everybody. We are back again in the land of sand. There is a Simus in the road right there. I've actually just recorded it. Perfect. That actually might be a baby pine snake. That's a baby pine snake. Oh my goodness. We just got here and there is a beautiful baby pine snake. Dude, I got that on camera. How ridiculous is that?
Oh my God.
I started to run an intro and like, What even? It's beautiful too, like pure northern looking. I genuinely don't understand why that just happened. Like, I go to run an intro and we come around the bend and there's just a baby pine snake in the road. Like, holy crap, and it's beautiful.
Beautiful snake.
That's kind of just the best thing ever. What a way to start the day. We haven't even been here 5 minutes. I hadn't run an intro. I was running the intro when we cruised it. Like, that's just so ridiculous. I thought it was going to be a Simus, so I wasn't super stoked about it at first because they're very common here. And then it's just a baby pine snake. This guy actually looks quite a bit prettier in the shade. You can see just how black and white it is. I mean, that snake could be a New Jersey northern pine and you wouldn't really know the difference. That is just beautiful. Even though these guys are intergrades with Florida pines, it seems like we have a lot more luck finding the more northern looking ones, which I'm not going to complain about because that is my favorite looking pine snake, other than maybe black and yellow. Just fantastic. And also, this is a fresh baby. That's a fresh hatchling pine snake, and it's that big. Probably over a foot long already as this year's baby. It's crazy how big they hatch out and how fast they grow. Yep, it's probably all downhill from here today, but you know, you never really know what's gonna happen. So we're gonna let this beauty go in the direction he was heading and I guess keep on cruising. But fantastic, probably the best way we could possibly start the day. Juvenile pine snake. Look at that. One more look at this guy in the sun. He definitely looks a little bit more contrasty in the shade, but still just such a fantastic snake. Just crawling right out of some guy's yard, or about to crawl into some guy's yard, and then changed his mind. Decided he wanted to crawl back across the road right in front of us. But yeah, that is the big thing we always want to see pretty much anytime we go out. And we got it first thing today while I was trying to record an intro. So ridiculous. So yeah, as I was trying to say before we were so rudely interrupted by our main target for the day, we're going to be road cruising. Before I could even communicate that to you guys, a pine snake popped up in the roads right in front of us. So hopefully we're in for a pretty good day out here. And a few minutes later, there is our first hognose of the day. Look at his squiggle. That's a great squiggle. That track is just fantastic. Look at the squiggle. Just perfect. And once again, just like the pine snake was, he came onto the road and turned around and was going back. Really interesting. All right, I'm sure we're gonna be seeing more of those today, so we're just gonna get him across the road safely and keep on cruising. But pretty fast start, Simus and a pine, and we've been here less than an hour. Well, there's our next find. I didn't get any in situ video because I didn't want him to get away, but actually something we have not seen in this area this year, a black racer. Seems like the coach whips kind of dominate this area, although if you come in the spring and summer, there are definitely more racers than we see in the fall. So this is this year's baby. He's coloring up pretty nicely. We're just gonna get this guy off the road. Obviously we see tons of them elsewhere, but it is kind of weird to see one here, especially since I've been down here like 5 or 6 times this year, and this is the only one I've seen. All right, racer release. Woo! So our next snake of the day is a really weird one. It's a corn snake. I was just telling Thomas how I never see corn snakes here. And then, sure enough, a few minutes later, there's a juvenile in the road. This lighting is kind of bad, but you can see he's got a little thick spot right there where he just ate something. Well, it had been a really kind of like an hour or more since we saw a snake, I think, when this guy popped up. So it was definitely nice to see a snake. And this guy has a pretty well-needed meal, I think. You can see he's a little bit on the thin side, so. All right, we'll let this guy go. Nice little corn snake. Look at that. What's up, dude? How's it going, buddy? Just running down the embankment here. Nice adult gopher tortoise. Kind of small. Awesome. We were just talking about how we don't see too many gopher tortoises actually out crossing the road here, and then I spotted this guy running down the shoulder, just like Yeah, go that way. You don't want to be on the road, I promise you. People around here will run you over. Keep moving. Oh, you love to see it. You see way too many of these guys run over out here, so it's great to see a live one. And a great addition to the diversity for the day. The keystone ecosystem engineer of this ecosystem, the gopher tortoise. How's it going, buddy? It's just crazy that they just live here.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look like something that should be here.
They really don't. Even less so where I was seeing them over Christmas. It was like, why are you here?
Well, it's been hours since we saw our first hognose of the day, but there is another one. He has been digging. You can clearly see his shovel is covered in sand. But second Simus of the day. It took most of the day to find one. It's now after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see this guy's squiggle. We've been seeing a lot of tracks the last hour or so, and this is the only snake we've seen since the gopher tortoise, I guess.
I was trying not to scare you, but
He's getting a little
pretty.
huffy and puffy now. So we're driving around and we haven't seen anything in a while, and then we just noticed this weird anomaly in the sky right there. You see that? It's like there's like a straight flat top to it. It almost looks like it's raining, but these clouds aren't big enough to make rain. It's just weird looking. I don't know, but yeah, I haven't seen a snake since the I guess the last hognose. Saw some DORs and some tracks, but probably gonna stick at it for another hour or so, see how it goes. Assuming whatever is going on over there doesn't swallow the universe. Oh, here's another super fresh track that we haven't been able to find the snake. I could completely see that being another young pine snake or a big eastern hognose maybe. But we've been poking around here forever and haven't been able to find it, so I think it's just gonna be best to get back on the road at this point. Well, it's been many hours since we found anything, and sitting here in the shade, finally, yet another Simus, number 3 for the day. Do a squiggle check.
I like just the slide.
Yeah, you can see where he just came straight down over there and then scoot, plop. All right, we'll get him out of the road. Hopefully there will be more to come, but it is getting kind of late. Granted, we haven't seen anything in a while, so we might do another pass or two now that we've actually found something, and hopefully there will be more out. But all right, well, the evening is turning out to be pretty productive today. Take a look at that. Big adult Simus. Big male, too, I think. Look at that tail. Good lightings on this side. Pretty cool. Well, that is just fantastic. 2 Simus in the last 30 minutes or so. So maybe we'll stick around another hour or so and see what happens. But we're up to 4 for the day now, right? 4 Simus. Pine snake, corn snake, racer. Not bad. So very cool. All right. That's a big, healthy adult male. Definitely has some reproducing to do, so we are going to ensure that he gets to safety and keep on cruising. He's slowly making his way on his own, though. Look at that. You can see why their tracks are in such a straight line, because that's just how they move. They just scoot forward like that. There's our second gopher tortoise of the day. Looks like he's probably going to make his way into his hole right there. Anyways, I stopped to run an outro and we found this guy. So we found a pine snake running the intro and a gopher tortoise running the outro. But yeah, we are probably going to call it a day here. The light's starting to get kind of crappy. It is nice and warm still, but we can't see much on the road. And we've been out here all day, so we're getting pretty tired. But yeah, we're going to call it a day here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.